I think I understand what you're asking, Tim. So let me just take a stab at it. And if I'm wrong, go ahead and follow up in the comments. If you only buy the domain and link it to another domain, like you just forward it. So if somebody types in that domain, it just forwards over. That may be a good strategy with regard to maybe utilizing that domain on certain marketing materials, business cards, things like that, because you already have a long-standing website and you want to maybe have a shorter URL or something like that, or a URL for a particular market. You could certainly do that, but you don't really get a lot of SEO. There needs to be something behind that URL to give the SEO. The URL in and of itself doesn't provide a lot of SEO. So if you're just using it as a redirect to another URL, there's a marketing use for that. And I don't want to discourage or say that there's no use or reason that you would want to do that, but just know that just because you have the URL XYZ, and all you've done is redirected it, there's not a whole lot of SEO benefit in that in and of itself, just owning that URL. That URL has to be attached to a website that has SEO for it to have really any SEO benefit. And just a redirection to another website doesn't attach that URL to that website. It just shows up to Google as a redirection. So I feel like, having, URLs in your marketplace that are your name and the surrounding maybe versions of your name or different things like that, and maybe playing defense so that somebody else can't take a specific URL in your area that you don't want, and you want to redirect all those back to your site. There's nothing wrong with that strategy, and a lot of people utilize that strategy. Just know that just in and of themselves, owning those URLs in and of itself, if you're using them as redirects, isn't going to do a ton for your SEO.